Hey Apex Agents, it's Mobius Y here with another video for Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer. Now today's video can be considered overdue in that it's a subject more intended for people who are newer to Mass Effect multiplayer, specifically Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer. But I didn't really feel it was necessary as there was already videos previously done on it by other people. I know Penguin Fetish did an actual store pack buying guide, and in my opinion this video is not necessarily going to be so much a store guide as it is simply a recommendation on how to use the store intelligently. It's not a be-all, end-all. It's not follow this exactly because it's the best way to do it or anything like that. It's simply my recommendation for using the store intelligently, using your credits and mission funds intelligently, and trying to ease the experience of playing multiple missions in Mass Effect Andromeda. So, to start this off, basically, I'm going to go back on what I've said previously. When you're first starting in Mass Effect Andromeda, you're not really going to have any mission funds, and you're going to have no multiplayer credits. You should be able to check your rewards list here in the store tab to see if you got any special packs for booting up the game or anything like that. This is also where you claim your nameplate icons for when you complete in-game challenges, but that's something completely different entirely, so I'm not going to bother with that. The two main sections in the store are the packs section, where you buy your RNG dependent packs to unlock and upgrade your equipment and gear, and you've got the item store, which requires mission funds to purchase one-offs on your consumables, as well as things like character respec cards, and they now have experience enhancers in here as well. And so far, once a week, they have released a new piece of actual equipment, and equipment is this thing right over here, which you buy once and you permanently have it in your inventory, and they are free to use on any character as you see fit to give them an additional bonus. Now, these pieces of equipment are very important in an effective character build, so you do want to check the item store at least every day if you're logging into Mass Effect Andromeda to see if a new piece of equipment has come out. Now, the problem with the item store is that in order to use it effectively, you need to be making use of your strike teams, which are in the strike teams tab. You need to be making sure that you have multiple strike teams. You're sending them off on missions as often as possible to really rake in mission funds and make sure you have a good surplus of mission funds. As you can see, I have over 1,100 mission funds, which is perfect for me. In case a new piece of equipment comes out, I can purchase it immediately, and if I need to purchase any of these other things, I can do so immediately as well. I'll get into that a little bit more later. So the first things that come up with the actual store, I've said this before in my 10 tips for beginners thing, and we're going to say it again. When you first start a Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer, you want to buy the basic packs first. When you're playing on Bronze, so when you first start in Andromeda and you're playing on the easiest difficulty for multiplayer, which is Bronze difficulty, every time your team fully extracts, you can buy a basic pack. You could buy two basic packs, actually. If you miss a full extraction, you can still get one and a supply pack or two, because you still get some 9,000 or so, 8,000 or so credits. But if you get a full extraction, you can get two basic packs. And the main reason why you want to buy these first is to try and max out your common gear. That's a given. But more importantly, these consumables on the right-hand side of the screen right now, such as your first aid pack, your revive pack, your ammo pack, and your Cobra RPGs, you want to max out your carrying capacity for these consumables as quickly as possible as well. So the maximum you can take it to any mission is eventually 5. When you first start Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer, you could only bring 2. It is an absolute godsend having another 250% of your consumables capacity. Trust me on this. And since basic packs are easily the cheapest packs you can buy, they tend to drop consumable capacity increases very often when you're buying them, especially if you're buying basic packs in bulk, such as I said, 2 after every full extraction on a Bronze mission, so on and so forth. Now, if you actually wind up making the bump up to Silver, you can continue buying basic packs until you make sure that all of your commons are maxed out, or you have all of your consumable capacities maxed out as much as possible. a big reason why you kind of want to continue buying basic packs. Let's just go into the collections here. There's several common items that you really want to max out. Character cards being one of them. You want to try and make sure that you have as many of these character cards at grade 10 as much as possible, so that you get the additional skill points. You get an additional 5 skill points for every second character card that drops in this store pack. So you want to try and get as many of these to grade 10 as much as possible while you're leveling them up by playing them in missions. This just gives you extra skill points. It makes them more effective. It makes your missions go more easily. It just makes you able to survive better or kill enemies faster. That's basically how it goes. Now, equally important is leveling up your weapons. Although most of these you won't really use beyond the bronze difficulty. The Charger being the main one to unlock and increase to grade 10. The Charger is an absolute workhorse of a weapon. It's very viable even on gold on a lot of classes. You can use it on caster classes on gold difficulty because it's so light. They'll have quick cooldowns. You can use it on weapon-centric classes on gold difficulty because it deals enough DPS where something that increases the potential DPS output of the Charger can still mow down enemies even on gold difficulty. So the Charger's the big thing out of the common weapons that you really want to get to rank 10. The rest are still somewhat usable even on silver, especially something like the Katana. You can use this on a shotgun infiltrator, for example, and it's still very workable. But like I said, for the most part, you really want to focus on getting that Charger up to grade 10. And probably the last thing that will unlock for you are your weapon mods when you are opening up your basic packs and increasing your common gear. Now, a lot of these common weapon mods are actually extremely handy to get it to grade 10 and get the maximum bonus from equipping them. The AR scope combined with the AR stock really helps you aim better with your assault rifles, landing your shots much more easily. It helps you maintain the recoil a lot better. The pistol melee optimizer is extremely good because you can use it on a less weapon heavy class such as a human vanguard. The pistol scope is again really nice. You can throw this on the Charger to increase its bullet spread when you're shooting on full auto. These are both extremely handy to throw on pistols very early in the game. For shotguns, you've got the Smart Stroke, which is probably the #1 pick for shotgun items. Tightening up the pellet spread of your shotguns is huge, maximizing your potential DPS of your shotgun. And the Shotgun Melee Optimizer is another pretty good option to go with if you were using a melee setup character that is wielding a shotgun. And the last two common pieces of weapon mods, you have the Sniper Rifle Scope, which increases your stability, I believe it is. Or it's the Sniper Rifle Accuracy, one of the two. And then Ultralight Materials, which is extremely handy on heavy sniper rifles. A couple of the heavier uncommon and rare sniper rifles. This is extremely handy to use sometimes to make sure that your cooldown penalty is not going in the negative and hindering your cooldowns. The scope is a little bit not as necessary on a sniper rifle, but it's still a pretty handy weapon mod to have. Now, weapon mods tend to drop last out of anything in packs, so in order to max these out, you will be buying basic packs for quite some time. But by the time you get, say, your Chargers up to grade 10, several of your other common weapons are grade 10. You have several common characters up to grade 10. You've probably bumped up to silver by that point. And a full extraction on silver, I believe you get about 25,000 credits. So you can buy 5 basic packs from a single full extraction on silver. So it should be no problem buying basic packs in bulk to try and max these out as best as possible. Now, with the basic packs being only 5,000, as I said, you should be able to get 4 or 5 of those in a completed silver mission. The next pack up is the advanced pack, which is 20,000 credits. You can buy one of these after every silver mission or 2 after every gold mission. Now, the advanced packs are really handy to get as well. Once you have a decent amount of common gear unlocked and upgraded to grade 10, like I said, possibly just the Charger 10, a couple characters at level 10, and several of your weapon mods are at least unlocked, maybe not really high grade yet, maybe grades 3 through 5 or something like that. But a good time to start buying advanced packs is when you want to start working on things like your uncommon weapons. You want to try to unlock something like the Ruzad shotgun or the Raptor sniper rifle or the Widow sniper rifle even, as these are pretty good weapons. The Matic is also pretty decent, especially on silver difficulty, especially with its buff in patch 1.06, I believe it was. It's the Matic itself is also pretty decent. You can use it on several characters there that want to sport an assault rifle. The common weapon mods will take a while to get. They'll wind up being like the last thing you get again out of your packs. So you really don't need to worry too much about these. But they are still extremely good. You get things like the pistol magazine and the assault rifle magazine, which are absolutely huge on the automatic style weapons. Another pretty good one is the sniper rifle receiver. That's a really handy weapon mod to at least unlock. But as I said, these won't come until later. And there's also several uncommon characters that you can unlock and have up to about, say, grade 3, grade 5, grade 6 or something, so that you get quite a bit of a bonus of skill points. Characters like the Asari Adept, the Solarian Infiltrator, the Turian Soldier, they're really good. Pretty much all of these uncommon characters are quite good in their own way as well, namely these 3 that I listed previously. So once you get those along with some uncommon gear in some advanced packs, you can either go back to buying basic packs in bulk to finish maxing out your common stuff, or you can make the bump up to gold difficulty in order to start buying advanced packs in bulk, or even start buying expert packs after each completed mission. Now, expert packs cost 50,000 credits, which is a single completion on gold difficulty. I believe a full extraction on gold will give you approximately 55,000 credits, which is super handy. So you can buy an expert pack, which will give you a guaranteed rare card, and this can give you a whole multitude of different things. Let's just take a look here. Characters, there's several good rare characters. You've got the Turian Havoc Trooper. The Turian Agent is also really good. The Krogan Mercenary is quite good. The Angaran Insurgent is really good, especially if you're the kind of campy player who likes to set up traps and stuff. The Solarian Architect has gotten a lot better with the huge buff to Remnant VI. So on and so forth. Weapons, there's lots of rare weapons, and many of them are quite good. You've got the Ishare, which will outclass your Widow in every way once you get it up to a similar grade as your Widow. You've got the Equalizer, which is a fantastic pistol. It's more like a submachine gun, but it's another fantastic pistol. You have several other good guns, like the Talon is really good. The Shadow Sniper Rifle is amazing now with its buff. The Thokin Assault Rifle is also extremely good. And the Vanquisher Sniper Rifle, which at one point was the best weapon in the game, is now still extremely good. Very handy piece of equipment to unlock. There's also a couple really good ones in there that I simply don't have yet. The M37 Falcon is a pretty good utility weapon. The M25 Hornet is significantly better after its recent buff. The Hesh is now extremely good. Best DPS in the game out of all the weapons. And now that Smart Choke, the shotgun Smart Choke mod, is actually working properly, it's very easy to maximize on that DPS. There's also the Revenant Assault Rifle, another really good high DPS fully automatic assault rifle. This one has a really large magazine as well. Just really good guns in the rare class. So if you bump up to silver difficulty, you could save up credits from a few missions so that you can buy a couple of these expert packs for 50,000 credits. It would probably take about 4 or 5 full extractions on silver, and then you could buy 2 expert packs and see if you can unlock one of those really awesome pieces of rare equipment. Now, the rare weapon mods themselves, as I said, they'll be very difficult to acquire, but they're probably going to be the most used weapon mods once you unlock and upgrade them. You've got the assault rifle, pistol, shotgun, and sniper rifle barrel. Each and every single one of these adds a flat damage bonus to whatever weapon you equip it to. So you'll probably wind up using those weapon mods all the time once you have them unlocked, never mind even upgraded, but once they're unlocked, and combine them with some kind of other weapon mods. So it'll be really handy to get those, and expert packs will help you unlock those. More importantly, they'll help you get character card unlocks for your characters so that you can max out their skills and abilities as best as possible. Now, premium packs are twice the cost of a single expert pack, which makes sense because they have 2 guaranteed rare cards in them. And it's actually been pseudo-proven. There's lots of anecdotal evidence on the BioWare social network, the unofficial BioWare forums, as they have become, that the premium packs are dropping ultra rares basically at 1 in every 10 packs. There's this thing called a pity timer. as everybody is dubbing it, where if you open 9 premium packs and you don't get a single ultra rare in them, it's pretty much guaranteed that the 10th premium pack you purchase will give you an ultra rare. Now, this isn't like 100% truly confirmed through data mining or anything like that. But there's a lot of anecdotal evidence supporting it, where people have bought a couple million worth of MP credits in premium packs, and they kept track of how many ultra rare unlocks they received based on X amount of premium packs. For example, one guy spent 4 million credits buying nothing but premium packs. That's 40 premium packs, and he got 4 ultra rare unlocks for it. So that's roughly 1 in 10. There's also people who have purchased lots of Andromeda points and blown it by bulk buying things like premium packs or expert packs, and counting how many packs they've bought, as well as counting how many ultra rares they've unlocked. But the consensus is that roughly 1 in 10 premium packs is pretty much a guaranteed ultra rare unlock. So premium packs you largely want to buy if you have lots of equipment and consumables in your reserves. So not like I have it, where I only have a few first aid and Cobra RPGs left over. You don't necessarily want to be buying premium packs when you're running low on things like consumables, as well as these equipment boosters. If you're running kind of low on these, like I sort of am not, you don't necessarily want to be buying premium packs. And the reason for that is you want to stick to buying your expert packs, because for the same price, you're opening 2 packs, but you're getting twice the amount of consumables restocked. You're getting twice the amount of boosters equipment in your inventory. So you're basically just getting twice the longevity over buying a premium pack. Sometimes making sure your consumables are well stocked is far more important than making sure that you are getting new equipment or upgrading your current equipment and stuff like that. So it's really important that you know the difference to make between buying expert packs and buying premium packs. Now, this is basically when you're playing on gold difficulty. You could still be bulk buying things like advanced packs once you get a few rare pieces of equipment unlocked. Some of the really good guns that I've named, some of the rare characters that I pointed out, even a couple of the barrel damage enhancing weapon mods unlocked. You can start bulk buying advanced packs again to make sure that your uncommon gear is maxed out, which is actually currently what I'm doing right now to try and max out my uncommon weapon mods. As you can see, I'm still missing the shotgun spare clip, don't even have it unlocked, but I really want to upgrade this pistol magazine and this assault rifle magazine, as they are just incredibly handy to have. My uncommon weapons have all been maxed out, thankfully, and my uncommon characters have all been maxed out. So the only thing that I can get out of the guaranteed uncommon drops from the advanced packs are my weapon mods, and I really want to upgrade those, so that's why I'm bulk buying them right now. So, as I said, it's essentially up to you. You can use which difficulty you're playing on as kind of a bit of a marker to what kind of pack you want to buy. As I said, if you're playing on bronze and you're just starting out, you definitely want to buy those basic packs. You want to max out your consumables, the capacity of your consumables you can take into missions. They'll also give you a lot of supplies and equipment that you can bring with you, the one-time use boosters that you can bring with you on missions, giving you a hefty supply of those. Even the grade 1 boosters are useful to use on difficulties like silver and possibly even gold if you manage to jump up that high. By the time you're jumping up to silver, or even if you're playing on gold, you do want to be buying some advanced packs as much as possible so that you can start unlocking and upgrading your uncommon equipment. As I said, there's some really good uncommon guns, but equally important, you want to be leveling up and unlocking skill points for your uncommon characters. And expert and premium packs, you can save up after a few silver missions to buy an expert pack or two, or more than that. If you're still playing on silver, you could save up some credits to buy a few expert packs to try and get some of those rare unlocks, those really good rare unlocks, which are extremely, extremely effective on silver difficulty. But you don't necessarily want to be buying premium packs until you're playing nothing but gold difficulty, simply because they're so expensive. But expert packs, you could buy a couple of those if you're still playing on silver. Once you move up to gold, you can buy nothing but expert packs. You can go back to buying advanced packs in bulk. You can get 2 every gold mission that you complete, and you can get an extra third one after every, I believe, third or so gold mission, which is super handy. You could even keep bulk buying your basic packs if you have some uncommon equipment that is still not maxed out. sorry, not uncommon, some common equipment that is still not maxed out. You can even bulk buy basic packs, giving you 10 packs per completed fully extracted gold difficulty mission. You can buy 11 if you guys fully extract on gold difficulty, which is super handy. So now that I've kind of explained the reasoning behind getting those packs and kind of the order you want to get them in, let's talk about supply packs. Supply packs should never be ignored. When you're first starting in on gold difficulty, honestly, you probably want to buy an expert pack and 2 supply packs after each and every gold difficulty mission. The reason for this is that a single supply pack, again, it only has 5 cards in it, but each supply pack, it gives you 1 of each of your first aid, revive, ammo, and Cobra RPGs, but it will also give you a random booster, a grade 1 or grade 2 booster usually. Sometimes it drops a grade 3, but mostly it's a grade 1 or grade 2. So this can refill you on your boosters, consumables, but most importantly, it'll fill out those one-time use packs that you bring with you on missions. And if you're constantly kind of running low on them, such as I am, you want to make sure you're buying these supply packs in adequate amounts so that you can try and refill those, not so much so that you have enough for the very next mission, but so that you have enough for the next 3 or 4 missions, so to speak. So you want to have anywhere between 10 to 15 minimum of each of those pieces of consumables, so that if you get downed, you have plenty of revive packs. If things are getting really hairy in a certain situation, you have plenty of Cobra RPGs you can pull out and drop one. You can use your first aid packs to save yourself from bad situations so that you don't get downed. And you have plenty of ammo packs if you're simply too far from an ammo box and you can't really relocate safely. You want to make sure you're buying these supply packs in pretty adequate amounts, especially once you've bumped up to silver and gold difficulties. If you complete a full extraction on silver, you can even buy an advanced pack and 2 supply packs that way as well. This will really help stockpile you on the one-time use consumables. You won't really use them as often on silver difficulty, so it will actually start stockpiling, giving you an adequate supply for when you do bump up to gold difficulty, so that you don't have to worry about buying supply packs for quite some time. That's basically just how it is. Make sure you're buying those supply packs, okay? You don't want to go into any missions with absolutely nothing for your consumables. Now, for the odd time that you do run out of these consumables, these first aid, revive, ammo, or Cobra RPGs, it's time to use the item store. The item store is not just for buying equipment. This is why I want to make sure you have a really good stockpile of your mission funds. If you just finished a mission and you got into a mission, you realize, wait, I only have 4 revive packs. Why is that? It's probably because you ran out and you don't have any more spares lying around. You only had 4 left. So after that mission, you want to spend your credits on your pack. Say you played a gold mission, you bought your expert pack, you bought 2 supply packs, but even then, you still only have 2 revive packs going to the next mission. Well, you don't want to screw over your teammates. You don't want to screw over your squad mates. Use those mission funds. Buy some of these revive packs. For every 5 mission funds, you can buy 1 of these packs. And the same goes for things like first aid packs, Cobra RPGs, and ammo packs. The 2 most important ones are obviously your revive and Cobra RPG packs. So if you find yourself running low to the point where you won't have enough to bring your full capacity of 5 into the next mission, spend some of those mission funds. This is why it's important to make sure that you have a good stockpile of them. This is why it's important that you want to be sending your strike teams off as often as possible, completing missions as much as possible with your strike teams, as well as doing the Apex missions in the multiplayer game mode themselves. You can send your strike teams on those Apex missions, which give you 10 mission funds if they're successfully completed. And if you simply don't have time to actually go play the Apex mission in multiplayer, you can stockpile a lot of mission funds very, very quickly by doing this, especially if you have multiple strike teams, 3 or 4 strike teams, for example. This is why it's important you utilize your strike teams, as I've said numerous times over. So that way, if you do find yourself running low on any of these one-time use consumables, you can simply just spend the mission funds to purchase 1 or however many you need. And in doing so, you're basically just making sure that your strike teams are being useful. They're not just kind of sitting there and looking pretty whatsoever. To maximize the efficiency of your strike teams, I highly recommend trying out the Apex HQ app for your mobile device or your phone, whatever you use, because then you can even do it at work. It takes less than 5 minutes to debrief on completed missions and then send them all out on new missions again. It is actually very quick. So I think that about covers everything. This video did definitely go on for a lot longer than I'd expected, but I just really wanted to get my point across. There isn't really a specific set way to buying packs and unlocking equipment. It largely depends on the difficulties you're comfortable playing on, which relies on your own skill set, but it also does partially rely on the kind of equipment that you already have unlocked. Like I said, you can already make the bump up to difficulties like silver or even gold difficulty once you get a lot of these common characters up to grade 10, giving them the maximum possible skill points they have. You can even go into gold with just a Charger 10, and once you have a lot of these weapon mods unlocked and or maxed out, they'll become probably some of your most used weapon mods for a long time to come. Extremely handy to get, and you don't necessarily have to get all of the uncommon weapons with the advanced packs. The Widow's a good gun, the Raptor's a good gun, the Ruzad's a good gun, the Maddox's a pretty good gun. If you have any one of those, even just unlocked, you can use those quite a bit. The weapon mods in the uncommon category, they're quite useful, and there's several really good characters, uncommon characters, to unlock with the advanced packs. And the same goes for the rare items. It's not necessarily, oh, well, when you're playing on such and such difficulty, you have to specifically buy only these packs, so on and so forth. I've actually done it where I was buying basic packs for quite a while, but I made the jump up to gold difficulty quite early with several of my friends. But even on gold difficulty, I was not buying higher grade packs until I maxed out. I literally maxed out all of my commons before I bought my first expert or advanced pack. But once I maxed out all my commons, my characters were a lot more effective. They were a lot better at staying alive and killing things. My Charger 10 was extremely useful on every character in the game, that I had in the game, pretty much. And even then, you get the odd uncommon drop with basic packs. You do get the odd silver uncommon piece of equipment that drops. With advanced packs, you get the odd gold piece of rare equipment that drops. So even buying these packs, you still get a higher grade of piece of equipment. So you might get that. You might get that Ruzad. You might get that Widow from a basic pack. You might get a Thoken assault rifle or a Vanquisher sniper rifle from an advanced pack, or possibly even a higher grade character, so on and so forth. It's entirely possible to get those. So, like I said, it's largely dependent on what you are trying to accomplish. Do I want to max out my common equipment and max out my common weapon mods first, or should I start unlocking some uncommon and rare equipment, getting those higher grade characters and weapons, which are extremely effective even at grade 1? It's largely dependent on what you want to do, and it does largely depend on the difficulties you're playing on, because that determines how many credits you're earning. So this has been Mobius Y discussing Mass Effect Andromeda. Apologies for the half-hour ramble, but I felt it was really necessary to get my point across and help you guys better understand the mindset behind properly equipping yourself for higher difficulties, as well as how you want to spend your credits and your mission funds intelligently. Thanks very much for watching. And as always, I will see you on the battlefield. Good luck, Apex.